Hi everyone, I'm Stacy. You are probably wondering why I am wearing swimming goggles, aren't you? No, I don't go swimming. In fact, these are not exactly swimming goggles. Well, let me tell you everything right now. In my family, almost everyone has eye diseases, and I am no exception. I just inherited this ailment in a very aggressive form. Since early childhood, my eyes often got very hot, which was visible because of their red color. My parents told doctors about this, but they just kept prescribing cooling drops. And it was really effective, but just for some time. Later, when I was growing up, this hot temperature was increasing and unbearable pain appeared at the same time, so we went to the doctor again. In the hospital, the temperature of my eyes was within the normal range, and doctors just made a helpless gesture again. But this time, my parents continued to stand their ground, and doctors agreed to conduct a series of tests with external stimuli. Light, temperature, and humidity didn't provoke heating of my eyes. Then the doctor took a syringe and was moving it towards my eyes. I felt tense because of the fear of the unknown, and bingo, the muscle tension turned out to be the trigger. The doctor measured the temperature and said that it could be very dangerous for the eyes, and there was a threat of losing my eyesight. He suggested a risky operation to implant a canal through which the heat could be released and my eyes would be safe. We agreed and went home. A week later, I underwent a surgery and was blindfolded for 2 days. I was afraid that I wouldn't get my eyesight back, and due to this anxiety, I often felt stressed, but had no burning sensation. It made me calm down a little. When the blindfold was removed, I breathed a sigh of relief because through my eyelids, I saw the light in the hospital room. Then I tried to tighten my muscles with my eyes open, and I really felt no pain. Doctors said that everything went very well and I didn't need to follow any restrictions anymore. I got rid of the discomfort for some time, but at school, I began to do rhythmic gymnastics, and there I had to strain my muscles a lot. As a result, the light, warm wind from my eyes turned into a burning stream of hot air. Once, during a break, I was sitting and reading a book. At some point, I began to worry for one of the characters and strained all my muscles so much that the book just started burning in my hands. I quickly threw it to the floor and jumped away. My classmate, Kate, who was sitting at the desk nearby, quickly stomped on the flames and joked, telling my classmates that this book was just straight fire. It seemed that except for her, no one got the point. She pulled me aside and asked what was going on. There was no sense in lying, so I told her about my peculiarity. She promised to keep my secret and offered to check together what my eyes could do. I was interested in this, so I agreed. After class, we went to the river and I started trying to burn various objects with my eyes. For example, paper, leaves, or tree branches. Everything started burning easily, without any effort. We just threw the burning objects into the river. Then Kate jokingly offered to try to set the whole tree on fire, and I agreed. Hot and dry weather turned out to be a good helper in this, and with a little effort, I started a fire. At first, we said wow together, but our surprise quickly gave way to fear. The fire began to spread rapidly, but it was not possible to throw a tree into the river. We did not know what to do, so we just ran back to school in fear and started watching the fire from the window. By that time, other trees started burning and fire sirens were heard. Fortunately, in an hour, the fire was completely extinguished, and Kate said that we should go home. I replied that I would stay for some time more. She went away, and I was left alone contemplating about the destructive potential of my eyes. I guess I shouldn't do this anymore, I thought, and went home. At the doorway, my parents met me with serious faces and said that we needed to talk, so we went into the living room. Mom started talking about the dangers of smoking, and I was sitting silently with a blank face. Then my parents said that they saw the newscast about the fire near our school. According to the news, a cigarette butt that was thrown away was the likely cause of the fire. And I came home late after school, so they thought that I fell in with the wrong crowd. Then I told them the truth, but changed it a bit by saying that I tried to carefully look at the ant and everything happened by chance. They believed me, so they calmed down and asked not to forget about my abilities in the future. During the next few days, I was meditating a lot and trying to eliminate any pressure and stress from my life. As for the case with fire, there has been no damage, but what could have happened if I had decided to do the same thing near houses? In turn, Kate insisted on studying my abilities further, and when I refused, she just threatened to tell everyone who actually set that fire. That is, she decided to resort to blackmail. I had no choice, so I agreed. This time we went to the fair and put a billboard with the advertisement there. I suggested making a simple bet. If I am able to set on fire something that the viewer will give me, I will take his bid, but if not, I will give him my money. There was only one condition. This was supposed to be something that could really be set on fire. This means that it couldn't be a glass of water or a stone. At first, everything was as expected, but soon an extremely arrogant man came up to me and gave me a real rabbit. I thought it was a present or something, and I just started stroking it, but then his nasty voice said, "No touch, scammer." Is this man out of his mind? I thought. Then I was staring at his jacket. Of course, it started burning, so he threw it on the floor and began to stomp it. Kate grabbed my hand, and we ran away together with the rabbit. Kate was mad at me because at that moment we couldn't go back, but we managed to earn quite a lot of cash. She took all the money, while I took the rabbit home and called it Sam. Fortunately, that was the point when I stopped talking to Kate. I wasn't afraid of my power anymore, but I didn't try to use it in any way. I managed to return to rhythmic gymnastics again, but this didn't last long. During one of my training sessions, I looked at my hand. That was why it was badly burned, and I fell down right when I was standing in the crab position. Everyone thought that this was a usual fall and did not pay attention to my wound. Apparently, I can harm even myself with my own power, so is it better for me to quit sports? Well, no, I've just learned how to perform complex elements. I'm not ready to abandon everything. Then I began to look for the ways to protect myself against this. I paid attention to the heat-resistant glass and asked my parents to present me goggles made of it for my birthday. They agreed and began to consult various experts so that everything would work out as it should, and even better. After all, this was a very expensive purchase, and mistakes are not allowed in this matter. So on the appointed day, I woke up and saw a gift box on the nightstand. I opened it and took out swimming goggles. Well, I was sure that this was a joke and went to my parents to figure out what this was all about. Their answer shocked me. It turned out that the shape of the swimming goggles is suitable in my case. It is necessary for the glasses not to fall off during physical activities. Also, on the side, they had special cooling elements that would support the glass so that I would be totally harmless for myself and for others. Damn it, am I supposed to wear swimming goggles everywhere? Can I also order normal glasses? Well, the ordinary ones? I asked my parents sadly. But it turned out that it was very difficult to find glasses that would suit me and at the same time would not harm my eyes and would not be as short-lived as a plastic cup. All in all, only these funny goggles that cost like an airplane wing were suitable for me, and my parents just couldn't afford to buy the other ones. I tried to wear them only for training sessions and ignored the teasing comments because outside the gym, no one was making them, but while I was growing up, the power of my eyes was increasing more and more. Once, I just burned through the wall of our house trying to wipe the dirt off the wall in my room. Damn, now I can see what is going on outside. It has become clear that now I need glasses always and everywhere. Fortunately, they were designed for wearing daily and had a special ventilation system. The next day, I went to school. I had come up with a legend that my eyes were infected with some bacteria, and if I take off my goggles, then everyone in the class will get the disease as well. My classmates showed understanding, and Kate knew the truth, but didn't reveal it as promised. I began to live a normal life and continued to achieve new heights in gymnastics. And once, when I was going home after the sports training, I saw some man in a mask pulling a bag from the hands of an old lady. So I raised my goggles and looked at his sneakers. They immediately started burning, and the thief was trying to take them off. But it was not that easy. Then the police sirens were heard, and the offender was arrested by law enforcers. It turned out that someone had already managed to call the police. This man was detained and charged, and I was invited as a witness. The thief got moderate burns on his legs, but no one could find fault with me because I did not even come close to him. If it were not for me, he would have managed to escape, so I was proud of myself. My gift can really help others. Should I become a superhero? But it will attract unnecessary attention. Do you have any superpowers? Give your answers in the comments below this video. Press the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel.